mask off? Do you like a Tribe Called Quest? Well, you gonna love the Urban Conservative.
Do you like manwich and nachos? Well, then you'd love the Urban Conservative.
Do you like guns? Do you like butter? Well, you're gonna love the Urban Conservative.
Yo, what's good, son? You like pit bulls, say? You like solving Sudoku puzzles? Then you gonna love the Urban Conservative.
Hey, buddy, if your car making a sound like this, you might want to get you some power steering fluid and check out the Urban Conservative podcast.
Are you repulsed by the idea of drag queen story time at your local library, but enjoy Carol Baskin TikTok memes? Then you would enjoy the Urban Conservative.
Adams put her loyalty to the Democrat Party above protecting women. She voted against the Violence Against Women by Illegal Aliens Act, which makes an illegal alien inadmissible to or deportable from the United States for being convicted of crimes involving domestic violence, stalking, and child abuse or neglect. This November, vote Ali for Congress because he will defend women and put the American people first.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is, and if you don't, get your watch fixed. It's time for the Urban Conservative podcast. You didn't see that one coming.
I did not, sir. I did not.
Background over here on these mean streets. What's going on with our background? There we go.
I don't even know. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Urban Conservative Podcast. I am Abdul Ali. That guy over there is my twin brother, Raheem. Architect Soto. We are the TUC twins. Our mission here at the Urban Conservative is to share conservative values and principles and the benefits of conservative policies to urban communities across this great, amazing, wonderful nation of ours.
Yo, this episode, I gotta start off by telling you where I just went. Before we bring our esteemed guest into the podcast, I've done something this year that I haven't done in probably 15 years, maybe in the history of my life. I went and bought a Halloween costume.
Is this the one you mentioned to me?
Which one did I mention to you?
The TV show?
No, I didn't. I couldn't get the Ropers.
I wanted y'all to do the Ropers.
But I actually bought a Michael Myers Halloween costume, ladies and gentlemen.
With the hair and everything?
Hair and everything.
Yikes. Okay.
Button-up shirt and the whole nine.
Nice.
I just felt good about that purchase. That's all. I just left out of the store feeling good about that purchase. Because you know how folks is with Halloween. Why are you celebrating that devilish mint? And you can like, I cannot have a good time. Like, you know what? I'm in a great space in life. I don't have to overthink this one. You don't know what that represents, brother. And I'm like, yo, come on, man. Take this cotton costume, buddy. I had to get that out there.
All right. Yeah. Yo, listen, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to talk about the Kamala Harris interview with Bret Baier here in a minute. We got some segments from that. But if you've been watching the presidential polls, you've been listening to what's happening in the presidential race. One of the biggest problems that Kamala Harris is having, and Walz for that matter, is with men. And a big problem that they're having is with black men. So we thought it would be a good idea to talk to some other brothers about it, bring you all a perspective that I think is necessary and needed. You get a lot of people on TikTok, you get a lot of the streamers with the sound bites, but we wanted to bring some people on and have this discussion for you so that you can see it's not just us that are thinking this way. It's not just the people with the podcast and the platforms and the, you know, it's regular everyday people. And it is some people with platforms. We got a brother with a crazy, dope and amazing platform. Dr. Inky's going to join us here in a second, and our good brother, Craig Scott. Matter of fact, go ahead and bring those brothers in.
Right, well, welcome back to the show. It's been a minute. Dr. Inky in the building. Brother Craig Scott is now officially in the building. Good evening, gentlemen.
Peace. Thanks so much for having me.
Okay, we see Inky over there
Peace,
working
peace,
on.
peace, peace.
Okay, we got action.
Hi, there you go.
Yeah.
So fellas, listen, we want our audience. I'm gonna kill this music, bro. We want our audience to kind of get a backdrop a little bit before we jump into this political conversation. So I'm gonna start with you, Craig. Give the folks the quick elevator speech, who you are, and your relationship, if you will, to the political arena, because that's how we met, kind of through politics. But give the folks your background real quick.
Real quick, Reader's Digest version. 2020, I was released from federal prison after serving 26 years due to the Joe Biden 1994 crime bill. Back in the 90s, I was heavily involved in the pro-Black militant movement. And part of that movement, we were robbing white-owned banks, taking money and doing financing political, cultural plays and activities. And that activity got us, jammed up. So first time offender, I was given 52 years under Biden's crime bill. But when Donald Trump came into office, surprisingly, he called for the Senate and Congress to pass the First Step Act. And those new laws enabled me to basically get out 26 years earlier. So when I got out, I ran into some good brothers, a brother named Tim McCain of McCain Partnership Group. And basically I was rocking with him and got into the Black conservative movement, which then got me involved in a lot of Republican politics. And that's how I came to meet you, Brother Abdul. And I've been, supporting Republican candidacies this cycle. And that's my story in brief. Yeah.
Indeed, Brother Inky, same thing. Just for the fam that may not know, like everybody knows Inky, but for the fam that may not know who you are, give them the Reader's Digest real quick.
Inky right now is thrown off by Craig's intro. He's
right because
I know my brother. He's like, wait, y'all be having them real dudes on here, like.
Because I feel like the show is already finished. Like this, I mean. He already, like, that was the opening to the show, the meat and substance of the show, and then that's the end. Like, boom. Why would we bring them back again? Like, I just don't. My name is Dr. Inky. I'm a father of 10, and that's going to be my political connection. I'm a single father of 10, struggling to raise my babies and take care of them by myself. And, I'm a naturopathic doctor, personal trainer. But I am a person that shops at the supermarket. You know what I'm saying? I'm a person that takes his children to the school bus. like laundry detergent went from $6 to $13. Like, I'm a guy who buys laundry detergent. Like, I just want to be a guy who buys laundry detergent. Like, that's all I want to talk about.
Okay, but a little bit. I want the folks to understand a little bit about just very briefly where you kind of sit recently politically versus where you kind of came from, just so they could get a background of kind of where things are.
So when I was small, and I'm gonna just be as honest as possible, and you can extrapolate a lot of different things from this, but so this is one of the reasons why we promote education. Like our thing is education. But when I was little, I'm 47 years old now. I'm from the Bronx. And so when I was, I don't know, maybe 6, 7 years old, this is my first political experience. I believe it was the WBLS van or the KISS van. They pull up to the neighborhood. They passing out T-shirts, and I think they had albums of Michael Jackson or something. And they was giving away the albums and T-shirts and all kinds of stuff. But you had to like get an adult that could vote to go along with program, So I don't know what it is. I just know they got free albums. I'm trying to get this album. So I run upstairs. I tell my mom, I'm like, yo, it's some some white folks outside. They giving out albums and you got to go downstairs and vote to get an album. So you got to hurry up and put on your clothes and go downstairs and vote so you can get me one of them albums. And she said, well, who is it? The Democrats or the Republicans? I said, Mom, they got the albums is downstairs. So she like, well, listen, we black. So that means we Democrat. So you got to make sure that them is Democrats because I'm not going downstairs to support them other people. Like, Okay, so I go downstairs and I forgot who it was. Luckily, it was Democrat. You know what I'm saying? And we got the album, whatever it was. But my thing was, I was told that was my education. If you're black, then you're Democrat, and that's what politics means. The white folks, if you're white, you're Republican. If you're black, you're Democrat. That's how it goes.
And how has that journey, before we get into this Kamala thing, how has that journey changed, say, over the last 5 to 7 years? And was that an easy transition? Because if I'm gonna identify you now, I would call you centrist leaning conservative. I wouldn't say you're a hardcore, Republican dude. I would say you're a moderate centrist conservative because you believe in the nuclear family, you believe in education, small government, and blah blah blah. Would that be a fair kind of
That would be
description?
fair, but I think I've moved further.
Yeah. Yo, so
Been moving
sidebar.
further away from the middle. It's things are getting crazy right now. Like once I heard Kamala was trying to create a situation where prisoners and like the prisoners could become, I said, yeah, we gotta. This is like this is like out of the movies. Like this is crazy.
So one thing I want to do real quick, fellas, I'm gonna pull something up, and this is an interesting trend that's happening as we start this dialogue. This is a very interesting trend. I'm gonna make this a little bigger so everybody can see that. This is presidential support among black voters. 2016, 92% Democrat, 7% Republican, a plus 85 advantage for Democrats. In 2020, slight improvement. Still, 81%. Look at the number for the most recent Times Siena poll. Dems they've lost 20% support. So, and that number from what we're seeing is higher among black men. Now, I'm also gonna go to this here. I want to get you guys' take. I know y'all may have seen this, but listen to this.
Part of it makes me think that, well, you just aren't feeling the idea of having a woman as president.
All right. Before I go any further, first of all, and I pointed this out to Craig, why does everybody have on tight pants?
Well, you heard my theory. I think the brother might be trying to catch. You know what I mean?
Bro,
some rumors out there about
that's
Barack,
uncomfortably tight, bro.
Yeah, you gotta stop. You gotta stop, bro. You gotta.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you something, and you know what? I don't think anybody may agree with me, but listen, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to be said, and so somebody has to say it. I don't know if it's been said. If it's been said, I'm gonna restate it. Puff Daddy was. Listen, this is just a fact. You asked the question, I'm gonna give you the answer. Puff Daddy was the main representative for galvanizing Democrat support for the last 20 years.
Yes, that's true.
Rock the vote. You're right. Vote or die.
Yeah, we talked about this last week. Yeah.
So wait, so this is what I'm saying. I'm saying that it's a lot of these Democrats that was at them parties with Puff Daddy, and we can clearly start to identify some potential people that was at those parties once we start looking around at outfits. Now, I believe that there's a level of tightness that could be just a metrosexual style and trend thing, but then there's a certain level of tightness that says or indicates to me he could have been, if nothing else, he could have just been maybe the guy running back and forth for baby oil. Who knows? But it's possible.
All right, so I have a clear position on this.
Oh my goodness!
I need y'all to understand. Damn, why did you put this up? Why did you put this up? And he's the look on his face right now.
I wasn't gonna say it.
But I gotta tell you this. Ugh. I have an entire album that somewhat came out, but not really, called the Anti-Skinny Jeans LP.
Definitely do.
Wow, I have an entire album dedicated to this. And when people heard it, they laugh. But what I was trying to explain to people was that fashion is an indicator of culture.
Fair.
And culture is an indication or a temperature check for what's going on in your society. So if the fashion seems to be a bit pause, right? I don't know what other way to put it. If the fashion seems to be a bit paused out, right? That tells you the direction. So to think I had this album in 2015, 2014, I was like, yo, this is going left. Yo, they starting to feminize hip hop. They starting to, yo, I have a famous story where I told everybody I was surrounded growing up. Ali, you remember this? I was one of the first people to ask to audition with Bad Boy. And I said no because I'm surrounded by 5%ers who was like, what's his name? Puffy? His name is Puffy? I remember I had that reaction. I'm like, I'm not going to meet anyone.
Yo, listen. I gotta show y'all this. This is my meme of the week right now. Here you go. Yesterday's Joe ain't today's Joe.
Yesterday's Joe is not today's Joe. Wait, to add to that, yesterday's Joe was not Puffy's Joe. This Joe right there with those tricky boots on is one of Puffy's closest friends.
Let's be clear about that.
Let's be very clear.
Yo, but I can't do him staring at Barack like that.
Yo, that's crazy.
All right. Let me
get
it.
Hold on, go back to the Puff picture with Barack because I gotta bring this up. And
Okay,
I forget I forget the
it.
gentleman's name that passed away at his residence, right? There was a chef that passed
Oh
away.
yeah.
Now, if you ever seen the TV show House of Cards, if you've never seen House of Cards, y'all need to watch that. And now we'll kind of switch gears on this, right?
Yo, that's wildly hot because that was a wildly hot situation.
Yo, like, when the bodyguard and the cook and the Secret Service and the wife and the husband and everybody was with everybody, it was. I gotta throw this out there. I got a family member that works in government. I can't go into detail because we're on a podcast.
No, brother.
I asked the family member that works in government. I said, how real is this? Because we sitting there watching House of Cards, and I'm thinking about the levels, and I'm going, this can't be real. They don't really get down like this. I was turned around and looked at like, no, this is fairly accurate, almost eerily accurate to what goes on in certain governmental structures. And I'm like, no way, from the bullying to the political threats to the infidelity between the sexual energies that be all over. So I say that to say that that's the look that he has in his face right now. That's the he got
Puffy like we ain't really party.
Right. Thank you, Craig. Thank you. That is the look. We got a party.
Wait.
He said,
that's the look he was giving Fabulous. Like,
why you ain't never
I like it when you're scrambling, Daddy.
Scrambling and scraping.
You ain't party for me with your birthday.
Wait. Here's the crazy thing. I looked at a picture, right? So in the picture is Puff Daddy in the center. On the left and on the right, he's got Clive Davis and he has Andre Harrell. Now, when I was little, my mom always told me this thing over and over and over. She said, boy, if you hang out with 9 broke people, you're going to be the 10th. If you hang out with 9 people that's about their business, you're going to be the 10th. Like whatever, your circle of influence, this is a law, it's universal law. So I'm looking at this picture and the first thing pop into my mind is my mama's voice. If you hang out with 9 broke people, you're going to be the 10th, because I'm looking, and Clive Davis came into the music business as a straight man, but then later on, after years of being a suspect exec, he eventually came out and said, listen, I like younger men, and then Andre Harrell came into the business as a straight man and eventually came out and said, I like younger men.
Check this out. Rob, big screen this. Look at this.
Puffy's the only one left, though.
Yo, Rob, big screen this. Look at this.
Y'all, thank you. And I just want to say how much I appreciate Puff Daddy.
Why'd he say it? I appreciate Puff Daddy
For doing the kinds of work that he's doing, because he doesn't have to do this. But this is part of what is important about giving back.
Yes, we applaud you, and I want to apologize for not sweating, but I do this so much. I'm so cool. I just want y'all to see everybody.
I don't like the way he took that jacket off, y'all. Something about the way he
Why
took
is he
that jacket off.
apologizing for not sweating though? Like,
I don't. This is really bizarre, bro.
Here, we got to stop here with this guy, because I'm going to say this and I'm going to end quote. We're talking about one guy in this picture who's been caught with, I don't know, an absurd amount of baby oil and the alligator. No, put that one back. Put that one back.
I tried to tab out. Put
that one back. And remember, the other guy has been quoted saying he dreams of having boop with men daily.
wow, Jesus.
Y'all, you didn't know about that, Craig? You didn't.
This is getting bad.
No, it was a letter that got uncovered.
Oh,
the homegirl released a letter in which he was like, in my mind, I make.
He did say he was curious.
I make whoopee.
Hold on, I'm pulling up the letter.
No. So let me ask this, Craig, while he's pulling up that letter, just as a regular black guy, bro, can you take Obama seriously, like lecturing you about anything?
Oh, hell no, about nothing.
Okay, I figured I'd give it a shot.
That's my whole position. That's the reason why Kamala's having problems, because of the terrible track record he left.
What is this, bro? What are you pulling up? I make love to men daily, but in the imagination.
Barack Obama once wrote that he made love to men every day in the imagination, in a love letter to his ex-girlfriend that has surfaced more than 40 years later. The former U.S. president wrote of his androgynous mind.
No, she's wrong. She wasn't supposed to put that out there.
Wow. No, she was 100 supposed to. Yo, he didn't cut the check. He didn't cut the check. Had he cut the check, that wouldn't have came out.
We'd have never heard it if there was a check involved.
Let me tell you how that conversation went. Let me tell you how that conversation went. He was like, Michelle, she won't put out the letter, Michelle. And she was sitting there like, oh, so y'all not gonna give me this money? Okay. Letter
came out. So here's I'm gonna go back to this. I want to play for the folks, and while we got y'all on, I want y'all to listen to this.
And you're coming up with other alternatives and other reasons for them. So now you're thinking about sitting out or even supporting somebody who has a history of denigrating you because you think that's a sign of strength, because that's what being a man is.
Wait a minute, is that Tax Stone?
Is that who?
Nah, that ain't Tax Stone.
I don't know, but he got on a Hebrew Israelite necklace. I know that much.
Yo, look like Tax Stone for 2 seconds.
So here's the thing, and Inky, I'm gonna go to you. I'm gonna ask you the same question. Can you, as a man, take Obama seriously?
No, sir.
All right, can I tell you why I don't take him serious?
Go ahead. Why?
I don't like frail-bodied men. It doesn't say leadership to me. I don't like it when I shake your hand and I feel like I'm going to hurt you. I'm no big, me, you're 5'6", 185 pounds.
I'll be more democratic.
Okay,
I'm gonna say I don't like Obama because he had a shot, he had a long run, and he did more damage than he did. He did. I mean, it was deplorable. So that's literally what the conversation I center with a lot of this Kamala stuff. I'm like, most of the people having this online social media Kamala debate have been already pigeonholed because the conversation is placed as if Kamala is not in office right now. I'm like, she's in office right now. All of this pie in the sky, what I'm going to do. What have you done? All we need is Janet Jackson at the next debate. Just put that. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh snap!
Talk for me, man.
That's it. What have
So
you done for us lately? And then it's a wrap.
Hold up. It's funny you say that, and somehow we gotta get Trump to do this. I was made a suggestion today that if he really wants that, help push this even further, stop coming out to YMCA and start coming out to Kool and the Gang. Start coming out to Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah, but but as soon as that happens, they're gonna take him to court, and they can't use the song anymore.
Okay, fair enough. But
Yeah,
I just think it would be nice for him to come out to that. Like, yo, you really want to get some cool points? You know what I'm saying?
So I've been to enough Trump rallies and Trump events to know that there is James Brown in the playlist. I'm just there's some James Brown in the playlist. I've been, the hold music in between speakers. Yeah, there was a couple of James Brown joints in the playlist. Yeah. So let me go ahead, Craig.
Yeah, because I want to go to this statement. He's talking about not supporting white candidates that said disparaging remarks about the Black community. Joe Biden has said plenty of disparaging remarks against the Black community, yet you chose him as your vice president. And don't forget, former Senator Harry Reid got caught on the hot mic talking about, hey, Barack Obama he don't have strong Negro features. He doesn't talk like a Negro, and his mama's white, so we can support him. And when that came out, guess who supported this white politician making those disparaging remarks? Barack Obama. So he doesn't have a leg to stand on with regard to that. And I think it's crazy that he would even try to use that as a basis for his argument. It's crazy.
So let's not just go on what we think. This is an actual report from the Heritage Foundation. Joe Biden has a decades-long habit of making overtly racist remarks, taking discriminatory positions, and cavorting with known racists. Just a few days ago, lamenting the difficulty in convincing Latinos and Blacks to take the COVID, he committed a series of racially charged blunders. Biden white-splained that Latinos in America resist vaccinations because they're worried they'll be vaccinated and deported. I didn't know he said that.
Yeah, right.
Biden, in the same breath as like he lectured the fears that Blacks may have of the vaccine, attempting to point to historically shameful episodes when they were subjected to inhumane medical experience. Quote, they're used to being experimented on, the Tuskegee Airmen and others. I'm not used to being I don't know about that. And then examples.
Can I be fair? Can I be fair about that one?
Uh-huh.
I don't think that one's that bad. I think
fair.
I don't think because that really happened. There's some type of possible correlation. We all seen the Tuskegee Airmen. We all maybe that one doesn't hurt as much. That one just didn't hurt as much.
All right, fair. On Charlemagne the God's radio show in 2020, he infamously asserted that the largely Black audience, if they were unsure of whether to vote for him or Trump, then you ain't Black. In August 2020, he told the gathering of Black and Hispanic journalists that unlike the African-American community, with notable exceptions, the Latino community is incredibly diverse because there is no diversity. Then in 2006, he said, you can't go to a 7-Eleven or a Dunkin' Donuts unless you have a slight Indian accent. What the heck?
But Barack support him all the way. Come on.
I shout out to my, you see, I'm drinking the 7-Eleven right now. So again, because I gotta shoot this down the middle. gotta shoot this down the middle. That one doesn't hurt that much because it's grounded in somewhat of a reality. There's a reality in there somewhere, especially where I live. And there's a lot of Pakistani 7-Eleven. I mean, there's a lot of people from India that work at the 7-Eleven. I'm not gonna say all of them because there's some Spanish ladies that work in there too. But I mean, flag on the plate.
We got a flag.
I'm just saying. I understand why he said it. Like, I get why he said it. That's all I'm saying. I get why.
So to your point, Brother Craig, we have Joe Biden outright, direct, unambiguous. Maybe we take back the 7-Eleven one. Maybe we take back the other one. But the eulogizing a former KKK member, the black kids are just as talented as rich kids, the racial jungle comments, all of that.
Ali, we shouldn't need more than what we have on the screen right now with Brother Craig sitting here. A direct impact from a Joe Biden decision impacting someone's life. We technically don't need all these other jokes and all the racial remarks and all of that. We have a living, breathing example right there of the policy.
Of the body pointing like right there, that guy.
So in my mind, and I think what the sentiment should actually be, which is not going to happen because of the media, is that if we could get more people like Craig to speak up. If these people, because a lot of them are not fortunate enough to have the same political awakening that Craig has had. Some of them are still in that mentality. They may have even gotten out, but they haven't changed their mentality to understand what caused that. They're not connecting
in the first place. Exactly.
Right. Which, I mean, I could be wrong. You could probably speak better to that, but I think we have, and you and then certain other people, we have living examples of how harmful and racially biased these folks are.
So that's that. I mean, honestly, that's what makes the white liberal the most dangerous white supremacist in America, because they'll smile in your face, but then legislatively and policy wise, man, listen, they're going to destroy you. You know what I mean? So with his 1994 crime bill, Joe Biden and Bill Clinton, they showed, like what Kanye said, Joe Biden doesn't like black people. He showed it to you through his actual legislative policy. And what more do you really need to see after that?
So let's switch gears, because this whole Obama chastisement of black men was to support Kamala Harris, who in and of herself has some very questionable policy positions that she advocated for as a parent. As a parent, I couldn't imagine if my child had sickle cell anemia and the state attorney general pushed a law that had got me arrested because my daughter was sick and couldn't. That's the legacy of Kamala Harris. I couldn't imagine being an incarcerated individual for cannabis and then having my sentence extended because I work in the prison furniture shop. I can't. Yeah, Brother Inky.
I just wanted to, like, a sidebar to go back, because you threw the picture up with the diddler and Trump. So I have to ask, has anybody seen The Apprentice?
Yes. I watched like and
yes.
No. I haven't.
You saw it.
I have.
No. Tech saw it. So I'm gonna say this. I did not like the movie, but the movie does show that Trump did not take part in the freak-offs. That's all. I just wanted to just bring that back for the record.
So we got to remember something. And this is, I think, the beautiful part about being on the conservative side of things is that when our folks mess it up, we say, hey, hand in the cookie jar. Hey, you messed that one up. We don't, on our side, want to hide it necessarily, right? But at the same time, when something's not right, it's not right. And to take, like, okay, they're at a movie, they're on a movie set, they're on a video set, and clearly Puff came over to them and got in the picture. Clearly. Right? So the issue that I have with this is that even pictures like this, I seen this picture circulating and it was like, look, he was down with Puff Daddy. It's like no, only at this time, only one of the people in these pictures are worth multiple $1 billion. Only, like, correct. I'd be shocked if he even knew who Puff was. I'd be shocked.
No, New York Circle, he knew who he was.
Yeah, but what the thing is, and we don't have to go deep into this, Trump was never an A-lister in New York. In the real estate world, this is from all of the various interviews and the mob bosses talking about him and the other real estate moguls, his constituents, his contemporaries, saying that his family were like B-listers. They weren't in the socially cool thing because he don't drink, he don't smoke, he's not with the nonsense. So they never really got invited to nothing.
That's a fact.
You got to think he comes out to YMC. He genuinely likes the song
And he doesn't know anything about,
YMCA.
that is a certified
Nothing
fact.
about that tells me you might know who Puff Daddy is.
So let me
he
do
knew
something.
him, but he wasn't in that space. He wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't.
But wait.
Right,
Following that logic, though, right? Trump is in the picture with Diddy. He was down with the freak off, right? So what does that say?
All right. So I'm probably gonna get in trouble for this.
Well, but hold on.
No.
That's one of the worst.
You can't do this.
Grapists.
I'm in New York.
In Hollywood.
I'm in New York. And
what does that say?
I'm in New York and we're trying to get rid of the guy on the far right. Do y'all know who the guy on the far right is?
That is a rough photo.
That's nasty work. That guy right there. Do you know who that is? That is Charles Schumer. Okay, that's Chuck Schumer. I need you to go ahead. Let me do it. I'm gonna do it. Like y'all ain't gonna believe this one.
Oh no.
Y'all ain't gonna believe
it gets weird when he says that. I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous right now. But no, while you do that, this is for the audience. This is what I'm saying. People will say, "Look, Trump was he knew he was in a room with Epstein. He's down with Epstein." Okay, so there's your golden boy. What is that?
That's Charles's wife.
Oh,
that, in my opinion, is a man.
Wow.
It's just when.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't want to get our page flag, bro, but yo, son, nah, bro. Nah, son. What's that
I
mean?
ain't saying that's a man. I ain't saying that's a man. I'm not saying that.
Don't go to me.
I'm just saying.
Most of we
look like a man.
Unattractive wife.
I don't know if y'all remember Saturday Night Live. She look like a man. Look like a man.
I'm pleading
That's all I'm saying.
That looked crazy right there.
That's nasty work right there.
I had to.
So here's my thing, right? Just to switch this over back to Kamala. So we got a situation here where Obama comes out, he does his chastisement. We know what her record is. Now, and I'm gonna ask y'all. I know we're in a public forum and there's people watching, so I'm gonna go to you first, Craig. Was it even a thought that she's a woman, so she's no good? Was there any misogyny involved in your decision making about your position on Kamala Harris?
Well, let me first start out by saying that there's no misogyny issue on the side of the conservatives and the Republicans here in North Carolina. We're supporting Simone Pemberton, who's running for state senate in the 19th district. We're supporting your girl Stacey McGinn. We're supporting Michelle Moreau. These are all women, Black women, white women. So we don't have any problem with that. That whole, I think it's the misogyny, that was a cover and a distraction for Barack, because Barack knows that he's the main reason why we really don't want to rock with Kamala, because Kamala is following the same precedent that he set when he said that America doesn't work like that when he was asked, what are you going to do for Black Americans? And Kamala says the same thing. I ain't going to do nothing specifically for Black people. You understand? So once we understood that she's going to have that same sort of mentality that he has, that was why I said, I'm not supporting this woman, this person. Well, it didn't matter about her being a female. It was that line and that policy thing that she does. That's the reason why I'm not going to support her.
So not that. Now, Inky, I'm gonna pose the same question to you, but as somebody with daughters, right? Like with young women that you're raising, when you look at Kamala Harris, do you go, I would love for my daughter to grow up to be like that?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Yeah, and not only that, I'm gonna say I was insulted by the language Barack used. That was the biggest problem for me. To me, that tells me what you think of me. That tells me what you think of who you're speaking to, because Barack is a Harvard graduate, correct?
Harvard Law.
That's it.
So why would he be in a room full of black folks and be using ebonics? Why would he be in a room full of black folks and go, "Oh, so what's the problem? You not feeling a woman?" Like, wait a minute, not feeling a woman? What are we doing, bro? What, like, do you feel that we're that unintelligent that you have to debase the entire conversation, devalue what we really, because clearly 82%, 92%, well, the NAACP says 82% under 50 years old in terms of black men is focused on economics, and they don't feel like it's going to change. And this is not based on Kamala being a woman. This is not based on Biden being a man. This is just based on the fact of we're here. And I mean, we're here and they're in office. Like, and so now everything is quadruply, quintuply priced. And so we're like, hey, we want to kind of not have this. And, the last guy was, he was, I mean, say what you want, but, everything was, prices were nice, money was flowing. And, so I don't know if I have to make a choice between someone addressing me very respectfully, but at the same time destroying my life.
Man, that's
as opposed to someone who
I
don't like their opinions. Maybe I don't like their outfit. Maybe, maybe I don't like their hair or whatever, but they're running the country in such a way that I have a fair shot to grab some cash and do some things with my children and focus on me and build the kind of world that I want to build. I'm like, this is not a personal thing. This is about politics and what you're doing in office and what you're doing for the people. And in that space, I got to go, okay, we got to go over here, because these guys over here are not only have they butchered their time in office, not only have they butchered the economy, but the biggest problem that people should recognize is that they are not even cognizant of what they've done. They're not even accepting accountability. If Kamala was saying something along the lines of, listen, based on how bad we screwed the pooch here, we figured out where we went wrong, and so we're going to try to do something different, I still would not go for it, but it would be more plausible and it would be more respectful. But to pretend like nothing has happened and to get people to basically sign up for 4 more years of this,
crazy.
So if you came into office and laundry detergent, because I got to keep going back to laundry detergent. I do a lot of laundry here. So if laundry detergent was $6 when you came in, and now it's going to be $13, and you want to do that another time. So I'm getting ready to be paying $27. No, there's no way. There's no way. There's no way.
He was supposed to come into that room and say, I want to know why black men do not want to vote for Kamala, and just shut up and listen to the opinions of those people.
Very good.
Do not have any respect for the black community.
He completely placated that.
Barack Obama and Kamala are the epitome of that type of arrogance.
So Rob, before you play that ad,
I know Inky didn't see this yet. I know Craig, you probably seen this, right?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm a man.
No, before you do it, don't do it. Don't do it. Pull that down. I gotta make a point of something before you do that, Rob. Before you do that, this is what they think of y'all. I just got y'all take.
Oh yeah.
This is what they think of y'all. This right here. Look at that. This is what they think.
Whoa.
That's the Kamala Harris rally in Atlanta.
It certainly was.
That's what they think of y'all. Come on.
They got Magic City up there.
Yep.
That's Megan Thee Stallion, bro. That's what they think of us.
They got magics. They got the strippers up there.
They got the strippers. So popping for Kamala.
Yeah, why do I not like?
What are we doing? Yeah.
All right, hold on.
That
So
is
I gotta
crazy.
play this. Inky probably never saw this ad.
Hold
so
on,
I
hold
gotta-
on, hold on, hold on. Wait. No way. There's no
Oh, you
way
forgot
we can
about
just
that.
go
Yeah,
past.
we did that.
Did she just? I mean, she turned. Wait a minute. Hold on. Nah. We gotta relax. Hold on. Y'all gotta relax. I don't know about y'all. See, y'all too deep into this politics. I'm just a regular person. I wasn't ready to see that right there. That was crazy right there.
Yeah, they did that.
She turned a presidential rally into the strip club. That's legal. You could do that.
Say they was
I'm thinking somebody's going to arrest Kamala right now. Like, how did she turn that into the strip club?
They was handing out bundles of ones while
that is an imaginary pole that they're working in front of them. When they put their hand up like that, that's the pole move right there. Just in case, you know, because I know the good people that are watching this program have never been to a strip club before. But just in case you have never been and you're wondering what's happening, when they put that left hand up, that's when they grab the pole and then they do that move where they bounce a little bit. That's when they get their legs ready so they can jump up onto the pole. So I'm just saying right there, not that I have ever been to a strip club, because I'm just saying from theory, but that is very interesting that Kamala has turned the presidential campaign into a strip club. I don't know.
Hold on, Inky. What's
This is
the brother's
crazy.
name? What's the OG comedian brother's name that's always screaming on everybody? I can't remember his name. The old dude, Dick Gregory.
Oh, Dick Gregory. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yo, he said, "Why you fascinated with the booty, boy? That's where the doo-doo come from." That's where all the garbage is at. I said, "Yo, the OG is off the hook. Why you focus on the booty, boy?" Yo, man.
Yo, I can't, son. You said who said that?
Dick Gregory
said that. He got a whole lecture. Why you think that you're staring at the booty? That's where all the
problematic though, because this is problematic because this is very circular right here, because a few years ago it was a big Democrat issue because a lady had told LeBron and them to shut up and dribble.
Yeah.
And so it was a whole big thing about, you downsizing us and you don't respect our intelligence and blah, 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 or not downsizing, denigrating us and you don't respect our intelligence because you're saying shut up and dribble. That right there is to me, that's the same as shut up and dribble. You put strippers on stage with Megan Thee Stallion. Meg Thee Stallion is a stripper that sings. Meg Thee Stallion is a stripper that sings. She's a stripper too.
Yo,
you think the bigger the booty, the finer it is. And now we can convince her she walks switching that big old booty and all that. It ain't nothing but doo-doo in there.
Yeah. I can't. I don't.
Wildest Wednesday night of all times in YouTube.
Yo,
I don't know what's happening.
Yo, he hurt my head with that, bro. Like,
I don't know what's happening right now.
No, it gets
all
worse.
I can say is the Democrats started this.
It gets worse because if y'all haven't seen this, okay, Rod, just go ahead, man. Just
play
go
that
ahead.
because I gotta see this. What is this at?
I'm gonna make it full screen. Matter of fact, go ahead, bro.
I'm a man.
Play the ad, bro. You muted.
Oh, this is Kamala Harris's ad targeted to men, just so we know what we're watching.
I'm a man.
I'm a man.
I'm a man, man.
And I'm man enough.
I'm man enough to enjoy a barrel-proof bourbon.
Neat.
Man enough to cook my steak rare.
Man enough to deadlift 500, then braid the out of my daughter's hair.
You think I'm... All right, Inky, I gotta stop right there. I gotta stop. As somebody who has daughters and hair to do, have you ever said I'm man enough to braid the out of my daughter's hair?
No, and I actually do their hair, and that never happens. That you can tell that's scripted by someone that may not even have any children.
Yep.
Keep going, bro.
See, Ali, you see what I said? I said most of the men in this ad come off to me. Not that I'm saying that homosexual men are not men. It's not what I'm suggesting. They're still men. However, there are mannerisms that they adopt that are easily identifiable to us heterosexual men. We go,
Can you stroll back to that guy too? Because I'm almost certain that he cannot bench press 500 pounds.
I'm a man.
I'm a man.
I'm a
Yeah,
man,
stop right
man.
there.
And I'm
Wait, when
man
we get
enough.
close on him, you got to see that black guy up close. He is wild. No, go to the forward one because I think it's
I'm
close.
man enough.
I'm man enough
he's
to
gonna get-
enjoy
there's
a
a Polish
barrel-proof
shot.
bourbon.
Neat.
That right there. He cannot bench press 500 pounds. I'm a certified personal trainer. He's not benching 500 pounds. That is a wrap. Yeah,
Man enough to cook my steak rare.
This is all fake.
Yo, why are you sitting like that,
Like
my
that.
G?
No. The bigger question is why is he talking about steak when he has gyno?
Man.
Man enough to deadlift 500.
All right, fair
Yo,
enough. He
come
didn't say
on,
bench
bro.
press. He said deadlift.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, yeah, all right.
And braid the out of my daughter's hair.
You think I'm afraid to rebuild a carburetor?
Yes. Yes. I think if I handed you, sir, a carburetor, you would look at it and go, what is this?
Facts.
I eat
Probably
carburetors
try to
for
eat it.
breakfast.
And then he,
I knew it. Yeah, I knew it. What?
Carburetors
I
for
knew
breakfast.
it. I said that he would probably try to eat it. That was the next line. Oh my goodness.
Carburetors for breakfast.
I ain't afraid of bears.
That's what bear hugs are for.
The bears.
That's what bear
okay, sir. What? You're not afraid of bears? I
You're an
am.
idiot. You're an idiot.
That's what bear hugs are for.
I'll tell you another thing I sure as shit am not afraid of. Women.
I'm not afraid of women. I'm not afraid of women.
They want to control their bodies? I say go for it.
Wow.
Yo,
Wow.
Let it rock, Rob. Let him see this.
They want to use IVF to start a family? I'm not afraid of families.
They want to be childless cat ladies.
Have all the cats you want.
Woman wants to be president?
Well, I hope she has the guts to look me right in the eye and accept my full-throated endorsement.
Because I'm man enough to support.
yo, son can't be saying
Oh,
throat
bro,
like
dude.
that, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Paul.
what is happening with that guy? That guy, yo, his whole segment is wildly suspect. And I'm gonna go back to the gyno. I'm just saying.
Accept my full-throated endorsement.
Yo, full throated. What are we talking about? B?
Yeah.
Because I'm man enough to support women.
Man enough to know what kind of donuts I like.
Yo,
Chill, bro. This is getting creepy. This
Man
was
enough
rap-
to admit I'm lost, even when I refuse to ask for directions.
Man enough to not ban young women from reading Little Women.
Or one of those pants books that the sisters like.
I'm man enough to raw dog a flight.
raw dog. What is happening now?
That's all.
Not, you're not talking about not wearing drawers.
Or one of those pants books that the sisters like.
I'm man enough to raw dog a flight. It sucked. Not worth it.
I'm man enough to be emotional in front of my wife.
In front of my kids.
In front of my horse.
I'm man enough to tell you that I cry at Love Actually.
Goodwill Hunting.
West Side Story.
That and Predator.
And I'm sick of so-called men domineering, belittling, and controlling women just so they can feel more powerful.
That's not how my mama raised me.
I love women.
I love women who
I don't believe any of that, sir.
support their families.
Women who decide not to have families.
Women who take charge. And I'm man enough to help them win.
Good.
So seeing that,
Yeah, let's go with Inky first.
go ahead, Inky. Seeing that in its entirety, knowing that this is done, somebody paid to produce that, those people were paid to be in it clearly. Does that appeal to you, bro, at all?
Oh, it's deplorable. I'm clearly diamagnetic to that. Like that's just absolutely repulsive. But what I'm saying is though, that is grade A propaganda. I must say that. That is grade A propaganda. They managed to find I gotta assume that these guys are really they're in starving artist phase where, well, obviously except for the
That's
big
not
guy.
what I
I don't
thought
know
you
what
were
he's
gonna
doing
say,
because
sir.
he's not starving. He's eating everything.
I thought you were gonna say they found all of Diddy's oil carriers.
Oh, stop.
So I thought you were going with this, but
No.
look on Ali's face. He's like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, right. Somehow digression.
Yo, if the tapes come out and everybody that was in that video is in one of them videos in a bow tie and a thong, you wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Is if you see one of Yo, if you see one of them in bunny ears in a tuxedo vest, Diddy crib, you wouldn't be shocked. If you saw that big guy at one of Puffy's chubby chaser parties, you wouldn't be shocked. That's all I'm saying. You wouldn't be surprised. I'm not saying they were in it. I'm saying you wouldn't be shocked if you saw them. That's all I'm saying.
So
But
Craig,
you know
let me
what?
go
Wait a
to
minute.
you. No,
Is
go ahead.
that worse than the last one they did? Remember the last time they was the last election, they had Juvenile to say, what was it? Vote that thing up. You're a fine
No,
young
that wasn't
woman. Won't you vote
Juvenile. That wasn't Juvenile. The last election was
they had
vote.
Juvenile
No,
vote that thing up. Yes,
no, they
did.
had no voting, no vucking.
They definitely had Oh my goodness!
I remember
this
that.
Is crazy.
Yo, hold on. So now,
we're not doing that.
Hold up, I gotta do it now. Now I gotta play this for the fam. I gotta play this because this is what they're up to. Hold on.
But this is what they think of us, and this is why it's so like it's bizarre, bro.
She bought Meg Thee Stallion and strippers up though.
Play my
Seriously.
tab.
All jokes aside,
This is the most reliable, and PC Magazine named us the best.
It should have been over right there. They should have ran her out of Atlanta for that.
Check this out. Play this, Ali. Play that tab.
It's up there. Oh my God. Yo, son, why is his pants that tight, son? Like, I don't understand it.
But it may not.
Yo, why you ain't been answering your phone? You know why I'm calling you. You have to vote. You know why I don't vote? Because as a black man, I just feel like there's no hope.
Wait, stop. You got to stop. You got to stop. Yo, did you hear the why in the background because they weren't even mic'd up? Yeah. Yo, he wasn't even mic'd up, bro.
I never caught that.
Yo,
because as a black man.
No, go back. Why you don't vote?
He got a $100,000 budget and
you
filmed
have
this on
to
the
vote.
iPhone.
You know why I don't vote?
Oh God.
That's funny.
They filmed this
Yo,
on the
I didn't
iPhone.
catch that the
Because
first
as a
few
black
times we
man,
watched
I
it.
just feel like there's no hope. Our president telling people to go back to China, taking the coronavirus as a joke. And that's the part that frightened me. When you choose a president, it's supposed to be a knockout. Then why this situation doesn't entice me?
Oh Lord, bro, this is crazy.
Wow. And hold on. He wrote that and thought that was an amazing entendre.
Yeah.
Yo, son, I'ma say knockout, enticing me, son. I'ma say enticing me, son. Words. Yo, look
If
at
you
his
got the
face.
answers to get me out this dark path, my brother, enlighten me. We always telling each other to stay woke. That's why this time we gotta use our voice and you have to vote. The facts should show. Biden has a plan for African Americans.
He sure the hell do. You got that one right. It was called the 94 crime bill. You jackass. All right, you can't play those.
Listen, wait. This brother right here has been through the plan. Like he has been through the plan.
Tens of thousands of brothers have been through that plan. And they want to act like, oh, it was no big deal. Nah, baby. We still reeling from Biden's plan. Stop it.
I'm always confused on how people forget that Biden was on those Richard Nixon tapes.
I mean, that's the thing. You know,
Hey,
if they're white racist Democrats, they get a pass. I mean, that's basically the rule. We can catch them in blackface. They can come and talk about black kids are so stupid they don't know what a computer is. They can say, "Oh, I can vote for Barack because his mom is white." I mean, they can say and do whatever they want to do as long as they're Democrats. And this is what we are accepting. But the trend is showing that we're not going for it anymore, and they don't know what to do. They don't know what to do.
So real quick, Ali, we have this comment here, and we'll touch on this before we get out of here. Brett Baer did a great interview with Harris tonight and shown how she is obsessed with Trump. She cannot answer a straight question and how unfit she really is, which is kind of where we want to end this on, is because let's talk a little bit about her interviews. I don't know how much of her interviews you gentlemen have seen, but when you've seen her and from what you've seen, does she seem like someone that is qualified from a skill set, kind of perspective to handle the job of being the president of the United States? I would go to Craig first.
Her own handlers don't believe she's qualified. So
That
much
part.
so that when she did the CNN interview, they set her with Tim Walz, and it was the shortest interview probably we've ever seen, because they aren't confident in her. They're so convinced that she's not qualified that they had 60 Minutes re-edit her interview answers because they know that she's not qualified. And now I'm hearing that they had to get her off of the Fox News interview early because they know that she's not qualified. So this has been what they have been doing, is just trying to prop up because find out Biden wasn't qualified either. He wasn't mentally or physically capable of actually being the president. And they knew that going back to 2019. Let's talk about the biggest political fraud perpetrated on the American people ever. So they know that they're putting up candidates that are totally unqualified. They don't know what they're doing, but they're hoping with that media machine, they'll cover it up and convince and trick everybody again.
Brother Inky.
I think that the commercial that the Republicans are running is all that anyone needs to see about how serious she takes her job with it. So as the borders are, Kamala, it seems like you have actually never went down to the border. So I've never been to the beaches in Europe either. I was like, wait, I'm sorry, what just happened right now? You mean that you've never done your job and you think that's funny? And you want us to bring you back for 4 more years of that? My problem is not the mistakes. My problem is the lack of accountability and the unwillingness to look at the mistakes and use those as a compass for what you're getting ready to do next. Like you're just playing. I can't even say you placating if you're just playing. You bringing strippers up on stage. You like no.
So real quick before we cut out, Lord Jamar did an interview and he said what a lot of people I think are thinking quietly to themselves as black men and women.
Are you?
No, I'm not gonna play it.
Good.
Yeah, I'm not.
Donald Trump, love him or hate him, what you see is what you get. Like every time I've been in a room with him, he acts the same. I got a fist bump from Donald Trump, like at the rally. Like I watched the guy's an actual. I'm not joking. He's a rock star, bro. Like the guy's like. Is the authenticity problem something that, and it's not just black voters, but anybody who wants to be an informed voter, am I far off from saying that this lady really has an authenticity problem? Because she got the Spanish accent on Univision, the black accent when she's talking to them, the United States when she's talking to white people. Am I far off that it's an authenticity issue?
Yes.
Yes.
You're not
far off. You are far off because she doesn't have an authenticity issue. She is being her authentic self. She is a absolute airhead times 1,000. This is it. This is not. There's not
so
another.
So you're saying version. I'm giving her too much credit for the switch up?
Yes.
Damn.
She is an idiot. She is.
Hold on.
This is Kamala.
Yo, you know what's crazy about him saying that? And we don't mean idiot in the disrespectful term. We mean it in the textbook. I know Inky, so I know what he's thinking. If you look up the word idiot and it says one who lacks intellectual capacity, that's what we're talking about. Like there was a point where you could say idiot and the other person wouldn't be offended. They'd be like, no, you're right. So I tell this analogy. I just had this conversation with Noah. I said, sometimes people say things like words like idiots, and I was teaching them about connotative and denotative language. And we used the word idiot. And I said, if you sit me in front of an airplane engine and ask me to fix it, I just became an idiot. I am an idiot, sir.
I don't know what to do with that.
I have no idea what to do with it. I'm at an intellectual deficit, right? I don't know what to do.
I know I'm calling the guy that knows how to fix it. No, I'm calling that guy.
That she was asked about being a border czar and not visiting the border. When she made that analogy about not visiting beaches in other countries or whatever she said,
I ain't been to Europe either.
Yeah.
Right, boom. That meant that she did not even understand the nature of her title. She didn't understand why she was even being asked a question about not being at the border. She didn't even understand it. That's why I keep saying my biggest problem is not the mistakes. My problem is that these people think they're rolling into another term and they don't even know that these are all mistakes. Like they're not, there's nobody in the cabinet. There's no consultants. There's no buddies. There's no uncles, cousins. There's nobody around clearly holding anybody's feet to the flame or even to the ground saying, hey, listen, detergent is.
Yo, I'm not blowing this $180,000, $250,000 salary telling her that was a mistake. Are you kidding me?
Listen,
why would I?
It takes you a whole lifetime to build up your business. Sometime, like people that have businesses, it may take you a lifetime to build up your business. You know what I'm saying? You got idea, you got to get the money, you got to figure it out, you got to build your clientele, your reputation, and all that. Ain't nobody got no time to play with these people with all these economic games, and then you talking about, oh, my bad, we gonna run it back. Like, no. Because you're messing up people's whole lives and all that. The biggest reason that people's families break up is money. So it's not even just a matter of inflation. You got to extrapolate the impact to the everyday family, whether that's a white family, a black family, a red, yellow, it doesn't matter. The impact is still the same. You put that type of pressure on people, it drives people to break up families. It drives people to drugs, to alcohol. It's bigger than what the numbers say. And when it's bigger than what the numbers say in a downward trend, to laugh it off and giggle it off, it's like, it's just beyond reprehensible to you. You have the best thing I could say is idiot, because idiot is giving you a way out. It's like you don't know any better.
Pass almost. You
it's
get
our
a pass
fault.
a little bit.
Yeah, it's our fault. It's our bad. It's our bad. We shouldn't have put you in office. We never should have put you there.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. Fool me, can't fool me again.
Come on now.
That's it. Fool me, can't fool me again.
That's it.
Okay, yo, Rao, on the tail end, why did you pull that interview up, bro? Mute it.
You pulled up the interview.
Oh, I did. I'm not gonna play that. We don't need to play that.
No. I like the interaction right there. There was an interaction where he was, what Inky is saying is the case. Like, no, but you've been there for 3 years. He hit her with that. You're the unapproval rating, and let's end on that with the disapproval rating. Scroll through until you see him put up on the screen like a 70% approval rating.
Madam Vice President, thank you for
No, don't play the whole thing. There's like yo, you've been in, and your approval rating or the whatever it is.
Yes, ma'am.
As the satisfaction level, whatever that was.
That was the border votes. I don't think that comes up. That's when he's talking about them. There's a point where he's like, yo, they're rushing me out of here.
To the
Right, I'll try to find it. Hold
going after people who present a threat to the safety of the American people and cross our border with the intent of doing us harm and cross our... And they will tell you, and I'm sure you probably, I know you investigate and you are a serious journalist. They will tell you, we need more judges. We need to process those cases faster. We need the support for those cases that should be prosecuted. They need more resources and...
Her voice kills me. I can't.
Hold on, I got it right here, Ali. Hold on.
I can't, bro. I can't.
Hold on,
like,
Tech. Is she
4
high?
years of
Tech,
that?
Absolutely.
Is she high?
100. She's stoned out of her
Yo,
mind.
Inky. I saw this officer. I'll find it and send it to you. But this officer was like, yo, if I would have pulled somebody over that acted the way she did, I'd lock her up for DUI if she was driving.
Bro, she looks high. I'm looking at her eyes. She looks high.
Yeah, there's some speculation that she has an alcohol problem, bro. You found it, Ra?
Yeah, right here.
Track. They say the
which is one who understands that the vast majority of us have more in common than what separates us.
Madam Vice President, more than
turning the
70% of people
That is
tell
about
pollsters,
turning the page on rhetoric that people turning the page of America. We approach
we're 3.5 years. So
listen,
buyers for a $25,000 tax deduction from $5,000 to $50,000.
we've heard a lot about those plans in recent days. Your campaign slogan is a new way forward, and it's time to turn the page. You've been vice president for 3.5 years. So what are you turning the page from?
Well, first of all, turning the page from the last decade in which we've been burdened with the kind of rhetoric coming from Donald Trump that has been designed.
How? He
and
only got
implemented
4 years.
To divide our country.
Yo, Democrats have had
Americans
control of the
literally
White
point
House for the
fingers
last.
at each other. Rhetoric and an approach to leadership that
He's gonna
suggests
get her.
that the
Watch.
strength of a leader is based on who you beat down instead of what we all know. The strength of leadership is based on who you lift up. The strength of an
Vice
American president, which is one who understands that the vast majority of us have more in common than what separates us.
Madam
That
Vice
is
President, more than
turning the
70% of people
That is
tell
about
pollsters,
turning the page on rhetoric that people are frankly exhausted of, Brad.
more than
People are
70% of people
exhausted.
tell the country is on the wrong track. They say the country is on the wrong track. If it's on the wrong track, that track follows 3.5 years of you being vice president and President Biden being president. That is what they're saying, 79% of them. Why are they saying that? If you're turning the page, you've been in office for 3.5 years.
And Donald Trump has been running for
That's
office.
the Donald
You've been the person
Whoa. Wow. Wow. Bro, that's what I've been talking about all night. That's crazy.
But see,
So
my
instead
thing
of
is
going, hey, you know what? You're right, Brett. I have been the vice president for 3.5 years. And when I'm president, I'm going to do things completely different than President Biden did. Why not say that?
Hold on, it gets worse. It gets worse.
Come on.
Madam
You
Vice
and I
President.
both know what I'm talking about. You and I both know what I'm talking about.
I actually don't. What are you talking about?
Yo, I actually don't know what you're talking
What
about.
I'm talking about is that over the last decade.
Wait, look at his face. He's dumbfounded. Yo, that's crazy. Look at his face. He's dead ass. Like, no, I really don't know what
You
you're
got to
talking
go in
about.
on his face, Rob. Yo, you got to scroll in on his face.
It won't let me. It won't let me.
Yo, that's priceless.
Craig, what you was going to say, bro?
Listen, in the Democrat Party, they are not allowed to speak their minds. They are not allowed to give their true opinions about things. They are given speaking points, and they've got to stick to it. That's if you listen to what she's doing, all she's doing is reiterating a script. Her whole approach is just do and say what we've scripted you to say.
That's a fact.
It's not
That's
they are not allowed to do that. And
Yeah,
the other thing is going to Barack and Kamala. You have to understand that when these people are trained up, they are trained to look at themselves as being elevated, elite, special, and everybody else is garbage. That is their mentality. So this is why they have absolutely no concern. They don't believe that they ought to listen to common people because the way they are trained up is common people don't know anything. Common people are prejudiced, racist, evil, and it's our job as the elite to keep them under control. This is their philosophy, and you see that shown in the way that she interviews and the way that they are not ever willing to admit, hey, we did something wrong. They can't do it. They're not allowed.
Over the last decade,
But you're
people
the
have
lever of
become,
power.
but listen, over the last decade, it is clear to me, and certainly the Republicans who are on stage with me, the former chief of staff to the president, Donald Trump, former defense secretaries, national security advisor, and his vice president. One, that he is unfit to serve, that he is unstable, that he is dangerous, and that people are exhausted with someone who professes to be a leader who spends full time demeaning and engaging in personal grievances and
She's
it being
pissed.
about him
Madam
instead
Vice
of
President,
the American people.
if
People
that's the
are
case,
tired of that.
If that's the case, why is half the country supporting him? Why is he beating you in a lot of swing states? Why, if he's as bad as you say, that half of this country is now supporting this person who could be the 47th president of the United States? Why is that happening?
This is an election for president of the United States. It's not supposed to be
stop,
easy.
Rob. Pause,
It's an
pause.
election.
No,
the 47th
she
president
did
of the United States. Why is that
little
happening?
tiny girl voice.
This is an election for.
Wow.
Oh,
That's tough.
yo, that is a
nasty work for sure.
mental breakdown in real time.
This is nasty.
President of the United States. It's not supposed to be easy.
Yo, that's actually terrifying.
It's not supposed to be. It is not supposed to be a
So
cakewalk
are they misguided, the
for anyone.
50%?
Listen,
Are they stupid?
Oh,
What
God,
is
I
it?
would never say that about the American people. And in fact, if you listen to Donald Trump, if you watch any of his rallies, he's the one who tends to demean and belittle and diminish the American people. He's the one who talks about an enemy within, an enemy within. Talking
Yo, her hand movements and none of this is
about
nasty.
the American people, suggesting he would turn the American military on the American people.
We asked that question to the former president today. Harris Faulkner had a town hall, and this is how he responded.
I heard about that. They were saying I was like threatening. I'm not threatening anybody. They're the ones doing the threatening. They do phony investigations. I've been investigated more than Alphonse Capone. He was the greatest gangster. No, it's true. No, but think of it. It's called weaponization of government.
All right, so listen, I gotta throw this out there now that this has been said, and we'll wrap up right here, right? Why hasn't this? I'll leave it on this point. The same exact thing that Donald Trump was impeached for, Joe Biden just did. The same exact thing they brought up to impeach Donald Trump, Joe Biden just did. When Donald Trump said, hey, if y'all don't knock off the nonsense, we're going to hold up some military aid. We're not going to do this. We're not going to do that. Joe Biden just did that with Israel.
Yo, if y'all don't do this, we're holding up that arms money. He sure did.
Why is there no impeachment inquiry into Joe Biden right now?
That is interesting.
Literally did the same thing.
That is very interesting.
But most people
wait. Hold on. I'm gonna add something else to that. That is particularly interesting if you weigh in Ukraine's potential involvement coming down the pipeline in the future. Like if this war spreads, right? You know how things line up on one side or the other. That could be very interesting.
Well, here's the thing. Donald Trump wins. People gonna get into shape real fast around these parts. Like it's going to be different real fast around these parts. So look, Ali, let's give the brothers a chance to plug what they got going on. We had an hour and 20. We'll start with you, brother Craig. Yeah, plug what you got going on, brother. Let people know how they can support what you got coming up. The floor is yours, brother.
Well, actually, right now, the main thing I want to plug is November 5th, when we go to the ballot here in North Carolina. There's a referendum that you have to pay attention to. The referendum is about citizens only voting in the state of North Carolina, and basically vote yes, that only U.S. citizens are allowed to vote in state and local elections here in North Carolina. And that's what I want to really use my plug time to get people aware of. And just to also know that this is a movement that's going on all over the country as well. So remember, November 5th here in North Carolina, vote yes for the referendum to allow only U.S. citizens to vote in North Carolina.
And just so you have a look, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching and you're in North Carolina, when you go to the bottom of your ballot, right, you got to finish the ballot. It's going to say right there, referenda, constitutional amendment to provide that only a citizen of the United States who is 18 years of age and otherwise possessing the qualifications for voting shall be entitled to vote at any election. And that word right there only is the one word that'll be added. We want you to vote for that constitutional amendment. That's just want to make sure people got that. Inky, the floor is yours, brother. Let the people know how they can support, bro.
Hey, support me by supporting Ali. That's what y'all could do for me. And just if you want to support beyond that, support me by not supporting Kamala. That's all I ask, man. We have to get this detergent thing under control.
We gotta get them detergent.
Listen, y'all think this thing? Listen, I got 5 children. I got 5 children that I got to handle by myself. Their mamas are deadbeat. Listen, I cannot handle no more detergent. Listen, bread, a loaf of bread, $3.29. Listen, that's where I'm at with it. We got to get these folks out of office. And yes, I'm with Trump. There is an enemy within, because if this is what you're doing to the economy is how people eat. The economy is how people take care of their children. You are a threat to people's families and their children, and you must be neutralized. Period.
Bang. Grand opening, grand closing.
Look. So I'll say this. We appreciate you, brothers, for taking the time to come on the podcast. As usual, it's been a great one. New York. This is what we need you guys to do, especially here in Suffolk County. We need you guys to get out, vote in this assembly district race here in District 1. We got a long time, and this is going to be a very odd statement, Ali, but we got a long time, well-respected Democrat leaving office. He's done some amazing things. See, this is how conservative Republicans give it up. Who cares he's a Democrat? He did some great things for the community. He protected the environment. He stopped the spread of overdevelopment in our community. He protected the waterways. That's what the man did. He was here a long time. I don't agree with everything he did, but the work that he did was good. So we have a seat that's up. He's no longer running again. This is the person, the right person at the right time, who I'm supporting, who I've been doing a lot of work for, Stephen Kiley for New York State Assembly District 1. Of course, super big shouts out to Congressman Nick LaLota. He's up for re-election. Vote LaLota for Congress in New York 1. That was the seat that was formerly held by Lee Zeldin. Shouts out to LaLota and the whole team. And I gotta say, North Carolina, Charlotte, 12th District, Ali for Congress. AliForCongress.com is the website. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend in every language possible. You have to make a change in the 12th district in Charlotte. You have to make sure that Charlotte is no longer one of the lowest cities for upward economic mobility, one of the highest ranking cities for childhood literacy, where they can't read. We need to fix these things. My brother's the guy to fix it. I'm telling y'all that is the case. Please make sure to vote Ali for Congress. On that note, you can support us at the Urban Conservative. TU Conservative is the website. Cash App, $ TU Conservative. You know,
all right. I gotta plug something here. And give me 10 seconds. If I find it in the next 10 seconds, then fine. But if I don't, I'm not worried about it. Let me see. The survey says, hold on, I got you. I know what to do. Hold on. Switch account. No, I gotta switch accounts real quick. Hold on. Because I want y'all to see this real quick. Where'd it go?
I'm gonna have to replay this on my channel in the morning.
Oh, we can just
as you should.
We'll come over there.
We'll come over there too.
Yeah, because
hold on. What was the guy's name? The guy's name was Wong. Okay, I got it.
Are you gonna play that video from the thing?
Yeah, a guy had it, but you know what? Don't even worry about it. It's cool.
Well, this is how we're gonna do it, ladies and gentlemen. Have a blessed, positive night. Make sure early voting starts next week. Early voting. Wait, what are we at?
No, tomorrow.
Early voting starts tomorrow
in
here,
North Carolina. In North Carolina.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, North Carolina.
Early voting starts here 10/26 through 11/3. So we got here in New York. Early voting is it starts on the 26th. So we're gonna be on, huh? That's what I said, man. Thank you. The 26th.
That's the beauty of having the Board of Elections in the crib.
There you go. There you go. So with that said,
election official on site.
On site. Everybody have a positive evening. For my twin brother, Ali, for Craig Scott, Dr. Inky. Y'all be well. Take care of each other. We up out of here.
doesn't mean you have to vote Democrat. This year, in order to see benefits for our communities, we need to vote outside the box. Find out more by visiting us at tuconservative.com.